Hello everybody, today I wanted to talk about my first impressions on this season. So I've been having a good time blasting. I'm level 58. Already have my great staff of the Crone because I went and did some Varshan and stuff like that. And then I already have a Mad Wolf Skeleet as well. So pretty happy with the target farm of uniques. That is going pretty good. But first thing I want to say is the vampiric powers are super sweet, way better. If you haven't seen them yet, you get 5 of them. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. This Ravenous one is freaking bonkers. You get 20% of your move speed as attack speed, and you can rank this up 3 times. That's going to be like, I think it goes up to like 40% or something like that. So you can get like 40% attack speed from Ravenous. It's nuts. Moonrise, this did turn out to be multiplicative. Holy crap, Crone staff builds are going to be insane. Because when you take Ravenous and you combine it with this, you're talking about a 60% attack speed steroid, right, on top of 160% multiplicative damage buff, because I only have this at level 2 of 3. These do only go up to 3. Then you also have things like Flowing Veins, Feed the Coven, and Coven's Fangs, all of which are also multiplicative buffs, which are super, super sweet. So pretty happy with the vampire powers, and there's a ton more to use to kind of combine and do whatever you want with, right? So I'm very happy that they made these kind of class ambiguous, and there isn't like, I don't know, like there's not like class specific ones, because it gives you more like combinations and more options on things to do, which I'm a pretty big fan of, generally speaking. Yep, so yeah, that's been kind of my first impression on the vampire powers. I guess the one thing that I don't like is how, like, if you look here, when you click spend, it like gives you one of the 3, right? I don't like that aspect of it. I wish I could just choose which one. So I have like a bunch of these that I don't really even have any interest in using, but they're leveled up just because I have to. Oh, hey, look at that. Boom. Moonrise level 3. Huge. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, so, and you can see that these blood harvests are a great way to get potent blood. So that is the one silver lining in this, is that like you get a ton of blood from doing this stuff. Like just an absolute ton. You also get whispers and stuff like that, which is also pretty sweet. So pretty happy about that as well. The game really isn't doing dungeons anymore, so I guess kind of going off of that, I don't really feel the need to just spam dungeons necessarily anymore. I feel like I can do blood harvests, I feel like I can do hell tides, and still be like leveling up at a decent rate. Obviously nightmare dungeons are probably going to be faster, but that's okay. But overall, you know, these blood harvests and stuff like that are really fun. They have all kinds of events. You can go summon blood seekers. You have this Hunter's Acclaim board, so as you get more reputation from doing these, you can go get even more loot. So pretty sweet on that. You have these random chests that just kind of randomly drop around. And the cool thing about it is it drops specifically head, chest, boots, and like gloves, I believe. So if you're trying to like farm gear, I think this is pretty good. And the reason for that is because it drops, like, since it drops specifically like chests and stuff, if you're looking for like quad pants, for example, right, you're gonna get ancestral quad pants every time you open up one, or not ancestral quad pants, but you're gonna get pants like every time you open these up, or you're gonna get a chest piece. So it's gonna make like target farming chest pieces, I think, a lot easier with these blood harvests, because they have this like these sacred coffers. So that's pretty sweet. Pretty happy about that. One thing I am noticing that is pretty interesting about this season are those defense changes. So it is absolutely obnoxious once you hit World Tier 4 when it comes to the resistances, because it reduced your all resist by 50%. So it's definitely something that's going to have to be, it's definitely a puzzle that's going to have to be solved, because you'll see it here, right? I'm on World Tier 4, level 58, destroying things, but the moment oh yeah, this guy, he's going to whoop my ass, watch. Oh, look at that damage! See, look at that. Look at that. It was just all the cold damage. Like, it's insane. It's insane how much it does. It's insane. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Like, this right here is like a challenge in itself. See? Oh my god, that almost... Hold on. Oh my god. These blood seekers are so rough. Yeah, I don't even know if I can take these on yet. Oh no. Please. Oh, I want to restart back at the graveyard. Oh my god. What the heck? Yeah. See, look, I'm already out of potions. Like, I was killing everything else just fine. Run up to somebody with elemental damage, and then boom, I'm just getting absolutely wrecked. Like, it's just, because you have to remember too that like when they're cold enchanted, their attacks, even their physical attacks, become imbued with cold. So you just get destroyed. Absolutely destroyed by this stuff if you don't have your resistances up. Now, how do you get your resistances up? I have no idea yet. Oh my god, I'm getting just wrecked. Okay, I need to get out of here. I got to get away from these guys. Oh, run, run, run. Yeah, but it's a good time. Definitely a pretty solid challenge. I'm having much more fun than I was before, because normally by this point, if we were in the last season, the season would already almost be over. But here's the thing. I can't even go and start like doing Beast in the Ice until I'm like level 80 anyway, or I guess I'd probably need to be at least level 70, right? Because I need to be able to do tier 30 nightmare sigils, which means those are going to be like level 74 or something like that in order to do that. So I got to be thinking about that before I can even go do Beast in the Ice. Not only that, the Duriel farming, which I haven't even gotten to yet, that's going to be a ton, just an absolute ton of farming there. Like, I don't feel like the game's almost over when I'm level 60, right? Because like in the last season, I think the biggest issue I had was like once you hit like level 75, the game kind of feels over, right? Like the game felt like, okay, it's just pretty much going to be doing nightmare dungeons. I have all my gear. I can't get uber uniques, so there's no point in like farming for those. So, what's the point of keeping going? Like, I don't see a reason, but I actually do see a reason to go all the way to 100, and it's just farming Duriel, farming these ubers and doing stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy about that. I do think that the end game does still need more work. They do still need to add a whole nother thing in there. But overall, this season is much, much better than the first. They fixed a lot of things. The crit and vuln changes are awesome. I'm not really noticing any damage difference yet. However, I'm still low level, so I'm not at the point where I actually stack crit, and I don't actually stack critical damage and stuff like that yet. I still have to go out and find all that gear. I'm just now getting to the point where you actually get crit and crit damage in a relevant amount on your gear. Pretty much is not until you hit World Tier 4, in my opinion, right? All the changes to like armor being rebuffed and stuff like that is nice. I definitely don't feel like I need anywhere near as much armor, and I haven't even got to the point where I'm going to get to experience, like look at this, 820 boots already at from level 60, right? Because they added that extra 100 item power. So that's pretty sweet. They also notice that there's just like a ton of ways to get loot. Like you have the chests that just kind of randomly pop up around here. They definitely doubled down on the loot. It feels like everything that I do gives me a bunch of legendaries, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'd say I would give this season a solid A. Until they add in a new in-game system, they're not going to get the A+. That's kind of the the main thing that I want to see now, is just put in something like a Greater Rift system. I don't care, something with leaderboards, that's fine. Just put in some type of in-game system that people can strive towards, and actually, where it's actually a gear check, it actually pushes them, to the limit. Now, granted, I haven't done Duriel yet. I haven't done Beast in the Ice. I haven't done these Ubers. These could be very hard bosses. I have no idea. But I suspect if you're playing things like Bone Spear or something like that, it's probably going to trivialize them. I'm going to probably keep going on this Poison Shred Druid for right now, with my little wolf being kind of a wolf pack, my animal companions, because I've had pretty good success with this. So we'll see how I end up doing on those bosses, but my gear and stuff has a lot of work to do. But anyways, guys, that's kind of it. So first impressions of this, great, love it, awesome. It's added really fun, challenges. The elemental resist, the vampiric powers are great, the blood harvests are great, the uber bosses are super fun. I love the fact I can target farm uniques, and I already have a crone staff and a mad wolf's glee at level 58. Now keep in mind, you might have to do those 10 times before you get it, right? It's not like it drops instantly, but the fact that you can target farm it at all is just awesome for me. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time. Thanks.